Naam.
Traffic flow, because the speed bump only rotates when the pedestrian is detected. Otherwise, it remains flat, thus ensuring smooth traffic flow. So there's no need for the driver to slow down. Okay, I'm demonstrating again. So this is a pedestrian. When a pedestrian is crossing the road, the bump will rotate. Thus, an incoming car will be prompt to slow down. When the pedestrian is continuing to cross until they reach the end and they go completely, the bump will rotate back into a flat position, ensuring smooth traffic flow. So it enhances pedestrian security at the zebra crossing while minimizing disturbance of traffic flow, because the bump only rotates when a pedestrian is detected. Otherwise, it will remain flat and the vehicles will have smooth traffic flow. There's an LED street light which automatically turns on during the night. It automatically turns on when light intensity is low, and during the day it is off. Thus, it ensures security of the pedestrians at night while improving visibility at night.
So we also have a smart parking lot, and this is how it works. So when a car is approaching the system, it is automatically detected by the sensors, allowing the car to pass and park and occupy one parking slot. When another car is approaching the system, it is also detected, allowing the arm to raise, and then it passes and occupies the parking slot too. The LCD display here displays car 1 and car 2 have already parked, and therefore any other car approaching and it is detected, it will be told that the parking is already full, and therefore it will be prompted to go and occupy another parking space. Therefore, this system is efficient for the driver, since he or she does not have to waste time looking for any parking space when there is no parking space available. Yes.
So I think that's it for the two best innovations.
Wow. Situwapigie makofi mazuri jamani. We can do better than that. Tukarange kwanza. Hawa ni wanafunzi, tuwakarangie, tuwape moja nzuri nzito. Sawa, are you ready? Karanga kabisa, 1 2 go, ape. Asante sana. Na courtesy of Dennis Itumbi, nimepewa shilingi 2,000 zenu. Kila mtu nitampea 2,000. Hamtawapigia makofi? Hiyo ni yako, tafadhali. Hiyo ni yako, tafadhali. Alafu pia nikuvalishe kofia. Kofia ukienda nyumbani unaweza palikia dad. Kama uvangi. Imeandikwa Rerek. Yeah. Inafunika kamusudu hapo vile inafaa. Nyongeza ingine ya hama profesa wengine. There you go. Looking beautiful. Lovely. Asante sana. Leo nikupatia elfu yako 2. Na mnaambiwa msome. Masomo ni pesa. Endelea tu hapo kusikiza Ken wa Maria. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Wapigeni makofi tafadhali. Just say it.
So this is just the basic education. We have other innovations from TVETs and higher education. in the afternoon, we are going to award them with their trophies and other awards to really appreciate that effort. So thank you so much, Bona Itumbi, for your effort, and we really are appreciative of that effort. Thank you so much, and we wish them all the best. They are here with their teachers. We have 9 schools in total, and we have 16 students with us for the entire week. So let's really mentor them and continue supporting them.
Asante. Thank you so much. Tafadhali makofi, tafadhali. Well done. Nicely done. Bwana PSS, before we proceed to the next part of the program, unajua watu wa energy wameimba sana sa. So iko kwaya hapa ya petroleum. Wameomba tu wafanye one number, then now we go to speeches. So ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Petroleum International Choir. Karibuni sana. Tuwakaribisha na makofi tafadhali. Nafikiri tunaweza tumia the stage. We can utilize the stage kindly. Mkaribisheni vizuri na makofi jamani. Karibu sana. Wakimalizia pale kwaya yetu ya petroli. Asante sana. Tuwapigeni makofi mazuri sana. Thank you so much guys. Nashukuru sana kwa sababu ya muda. Wacheni tusikie hiyo wimbo moja tu kwa leo. Shukran sana. Thank you so much. To all my friends who wants to make a presentation, kindly, we have a whole week here. So nitapata chance ya kuwapatia chance muonyeshe mambo yenu. Kwa sasa kwa sababu viongozi wetu wako hapa, nitaomba mniwie radhi. Ndiposa twende kwa mazungumzo yetu ya siku ya leo. Asante sana wana Petroleum Choir. Mbarikiwe sana. Thank you. Our PSS, with your permission, I'd like we begin the conversation, and I'd like to invite our principal KTTC to make his opening remarks. Kisha tukaribishe hapa, halafu tuendelee na mazungumzo. Wapi makofi ya principal tafadhali? Chief Principal. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much for giving me a chance to recognize our esteemed guests today. Mwanadede Itumbe, P.S. Mweke, P.S. Alex Washira. This better. Thank you. We are really happy to receive you today with the other members of state corporations and the leaders there. Indeed, we are glad that we have been given an opportunity to host you to Kitui Teachers Training College. We recognize the places of our students from all over the country and the exhibitions that they are coming to display. The security officers present, we really feel honored by your presence. The members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Kitui Teachers Training College is very much honored to have received quite some privileges through the courtesy of the Energy Week. Right now, we are boasting and thanking God because the National Oil Corporation has installed for us very magnificent LPG cooking gas. We have moved away from the old norm of firewood, which was consuming a lot of money. And that is a great saving to the college, courtesy of the National Oil Corporation. Point number 2, another project which was we are proud of again is from the Kenya Pipeline Corporation, Kenya Pipeline Company Foundation, which has given us a second bow. We were using a lot of money, almost 1 million shillings every month, in order to be able to procure water boosters. And that one will create a lot of savings, which will enhance the other projects that the college is lacking. We can't forget even the LELEC, rural electrification, because of the floodlights that they have spread to our compound, and we really feel highly protected because light chases away a lot of enemies at night and a lot of savings. We can't forget also the effort of the contractor that is busy upgrading the road for us, and so many other goodies. And we really thank our Excellency the President, and more so the dignitaries that we have been able to receive over the week. We really feel proud, and we thank God that we were given this opportunity. This opportunity will not fall just anywhere. It is because of the grace of God that this opportunity was granted to Kitui Teachers Training College. I forgot to say my name is Gerald Nyaga Motegi, the Chief Principal, and I would say that I have no words. Our students, the Board of Governors, the non-teaching staff, And all our stakeholders are really proud to be associated with the Ministry of Energy and all other state corporations that are coming for this Mashujaa Energy Week in readiness for Mashujaa Day celebrations. In the interest of time, I would say, may God bless you. May you find all the hospitalities that we have at Kitui Teachers Training College. And if we wrong you in any manner or any kind, kindly forgive us. Mtatusamehe tu if we are not going to meet your expectations. Thank you and may God bless you. Karibuni sana.
Asante. Makofi ya Chief Principal. DJ hautaekea Principal kitu. Principal tuko kwako bwana. Principal tuko kwako bwana. Mdosi. Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo. DJ. Huyu Principal wenu alikuwa mkora akiwa kijana. Wapi makofi ya Chief Principal tafadhali. Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, our PSS, with your permission, allow me to invite the Deputy Governor, Kitui County, to make his remarks. Karibu sana Monene Otokevye. Wapi makofi ya DG tafadhali.
To the PSS present, the various national government agencies around, our county government staff, especially the Ministry of Energy, invited guests. Good morning. His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Julius Malombe, was supposed to make the opening remarks, but as you are aware, there are so many activities happening right now in Kitui, and he has to go to Idokwe Stadium for the art of a ceremony. So I am representing him in today's function here at the Teachers College. Distinguished guests, as we celebrate this Energy Week at this institution, the Kitui Teachers Training College, being part of the Mashujaa Day celebrations with the theme promotion of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in energy. This could not have come at a better time as our journey towards sustainable development and self-reliance on energy in our county and in the country as a whole. Yesterday, there was a statement that was made by the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, and I quote, "Science, technology, and innovation play a key role in achieving the sustainable development goals, particularly in targets that concern human well-being, such as health, clean water and sanitation, climate change, clean energy, decent work, and responsible production, among others." In this context, STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, is the cornerstone of modern innovation and progress. It empowers scientists and societies to think critically, innovate boldly, and solve complex problems. I wish to quote an African proverb that says, "Wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. Lazima tuende sisi wote, all of us, around it so that we can embrace it." And in the same spirit, the advancement of energy solutions calls for a collective wisdom, innovation, and collaboration of our people, especially our youth and scholars. To quote the African-American revolutionary Malcolm X, he said, "The future belongs to those who prepare for it." By equipping our young people with STEM skills, we are preparing them to lead the change in creating sustainable energy solutions for tomorrow, and especially laying the foundation for our country's future in the fast-changing and competitive world. Here in Kitui County, we are blessed with abundant renewable energy. These resources range from fast solar exposure, nyote mnasikia vile kajua kanachoma sahi. We have those favorable and wind patterns and immense biogas potential. These are not just resources, they are opportunities waiting to be harnessed and to be exploited. Through STEM-driven research, innovation, and partnerships, we can turn Kitui County into a model county for clean, sustainable, and affordable energy. Our aspiration is one where in the future, every home is lit, every classroom powered, and every enterprise thriving, fueled by ingenuity of our own sons and daughters. Ladies and gentlemen, we have several benefits of promoting STEM in energy. There is innovation and technical growth, job creation and economic empowerment, sustainability and environmental stewardship, and through this, we have to promote STEM in energy through education and capacity building. We have to do the infrastructure. The infrastructure here, we have to do the facilities that serve as incubators for creative solutions in renewable energy. These are laboratories, the research centers, and innovation hubs that are critical for all these. Ladies and gentlemen, the call for action is right now. The journey towards a sustainable energy future begins with us. Let us support STEM in education, empower youth, and embrace innovation. Together we can make Kitui County and Kenya at large a beacon of renewable energy excellence in Kenya and beyond. Let us remember, if you want to go far, you go alone. But when you want to go far, when you want to go fast, you go alone. But when you want to go far, you go together as a team. The challenge before us requires unity of purpose, courage, and persistence. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, by promoting STEM in energy, we are not only fueling innovation and job creation, we are securing the foundations of our sustainable and prosperous future for our county and our country. Let us light our country, not just with electricity, but also with knowledge, creativity, enhanced livelihoods, and hope. And ladies and gentlemen, Kitui County boasts of hosting the Eastern Energy Center, and most of our people are learning a lot from there, and most counties are coming to benchmark with the county. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Karibuni sana Kitui. Asante.
Munene ndo akamboi, tafadhali DJ uyezi enda tu kwako. DJ ngoja DJ wakana angui uni ndiye vitu ngaba na wa Kitui unaweka ngoma ya Maima. Tafadhali. Pula DJ ay mwoko kuwa ende na kwanangika. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to invite the head of presidential projects and creative economy, Bwana Dennis Itumbi, akuje atuongoze kwa hii sehemu. Wapi makofi ya Itumbi tafadhali? Karibu sana, anaitwa waziri wa mayai. Wapi makofi ya my boss Bwana Itumbi? Karibu sana.
Asante sana Chipukizi. God is good. Salimiane hapa, God is good and all the time. Thank you very much, PSS Deputy Governor CEOs present, and colleagues in government, na wananchi wa Kitui, hamjambo. PS Energy, this is the 9th thematic week that's being held in Kenya since 2022 when President William Ruto took over. The first thematic conference was on ICT and creative economy, which ended up giving us Facebook monetization, and people are now earning money by just using Facebook. The second thematic conference was on health. Then we had agriculture, blue economy, and maritime affairs. We had youth. We then now have energy to pillar this week, this Mashujaa Day of 2025. PS, I must commend your teams in both state departments for being the most hardworking and producing the best results of this thematic week. Your teams did not only deliver the first different concept note, but have also delivered the first fully interactive booths for these exhibitions. So congratulations, PS and your team. Beyond that, PS, I have been learning a little bit about energy since the setups began. I'm yet to get there, but I still have a lot of questions which I'll be going around the booths to ask, especially around your Kitui nuclear. There are still very many questions around the use of nuclear, but for the last few days, you have been helpful in making me understand we are not becoming passé, joining that nuclear for war, it's nuclear for energy. So at least that illiteracy has gone. I have a little bit more to learn. But I've also learned that electrification has gone up from around 2013 to where we are now by a big percentage through your KPLC. It was interesting to see the car that's been exhibited here for e-mobility, and to see that you can actually charge a car and it goes for between 250 to 550 kilometers. So that has also been it has been an eye-opener. I always thought that the maximum you can go with a charged car is about 150 kilometers. You can actually drive Nairobi to Kisumu on one charge. That is quite something on the different models of the car. PS, because we would want you to open for us, then you can be able to speak from tomorrow. I will not take too much time. I will instead invite you, together with PS Mweke, Deputy Governor, CEO Rerek, Mheshimiwa, and everybody else. We have a marathon on Saturday, an energy marathon. So mwende mtafute tracksuits, ndio tuone kama mnaweza kimbia, and we see how fit you are. So that will be a 10 km run. And it's going to start at 7 a.m. on Saturday. We'll also be inviting everyone here for a medical camp that will start on Thursday and Friday. It will be offered by Kenyatta National Hospital and Kenyatta National Referral Hospital, KUTRH. And finally, PS Mweke, you'll be interested to know that we'll have a football match on Saturday. Finals that have been played for the last 1 month. So the finals will now be coming up, together with the Deputy Governor, will be coming up on Saturday, and you're all invited for that activity. So, ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, I welcome you to this Energy Week. I encourage you to participate in the booths and to get all the necessary information you can about energy. Having said that, I now take this great opportunity to invite PS Livestock, PS Mweke, Jonathan Mweke, to come and speak and take the opportunity to invite his colleague PS. Thank you very much. Tupigie makofi PS Mweke.
God is good, and all the time. Mweye ni museo, na Marvin down there. PS Alex Wachira, our chief guest today. My brother Dennis Itumbi, Deputy Governor, CEOs present, all Waheshimiwas here, colleagues. For me, it's a really good morning. Because we are here in Kitui for this Energy Week. It's really great to be here in Kitui, home to amazing people, smart students, and a bright future. So thank you so much for coming here today. Thank you, Dennis Itumbi, for your leadership on these thematic weeks that we have had since, I believe, October 2022. it has been very enlightening to learn about the core pillars of our economy. We're also very proud as people from Kitui to host this Energy Week, and of course to host the national celebrations of Mashujaa Day, which will be on Monday, October 20th. The theme for the Energy Week is transforming lives through sustainable energy solutions, which, as we have heard, there's a lot of learning to be done in the booths. So why does energy matter to us as a country? First of all, it powers all the lights that we see here. It charges our phones, our laptops. It runs industries, factories, and other industries that create jobs. And it also helps farmers irrigate their crops and process food. In short, energy fuels dreams. Your dreams for a better life, better studies, better opportunities. Kenya, if we didn't know, has over 90% clean energy from renewable sources such as wind, solar, and geothermal power. This makes our country a leader in Africa when it comes to clean, green energy, something that we are very, very proud of. Our government, led by President William Ruto, has prioritized energy to ensure that every single household has electricity by the year 2030. And that is why you see a lot of activity going on in the last mile project that is being run under the leadership of PS Energy, PS Wachira. Our president also has a vision to encourage the use of LPG gas, liquid petroleum gas, so as to reduce smoke-related illnesses and also save our environment. Our principal here, Bwana Mutegi, has also confirmed that this institution has benefited from LPG. Thank you, National Oil Corporation of Kenya, for ensuring that we stop using firewood and now we use gas like LPG, which is, of course, very, very progressive. We are also working very hard as a government to create opportunities for young people in energy, innovation, and green careers. You've heard we are also promoting STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math within our schools, and we've seen exhibitions here of projects of very, very advanced technologies that are being innovated by our young people in secondary school. Here in Kitui County, which is my home county, I'm very happy to report that we have several energy programs going on. Thank you, PS, and your team. From the National Oil Corporation of Kenya, there's almost 24,000 gas cylinders, 3,000 on average per constituency, that will be distributed to our people. Asanteni sana for that. We have REREC, headed by our MD over here, Madam Rose, and Kenya Power. We are expanding the last mile electrification program connecting homes and schools, almost 2.1 billion shillings worth of last mile connections to power our homes right to the villages. Watu wetu sasa watatoka kwa giza wawe na sitima kwa vijiji ndani. And if you follow PS Energy here with other local leaders, he is out of the office 60% of the week, 3 times out of 5, in a village somewhere in Kenya, connecting homes with electricity. Makofi kwa PS wa Energy. We're also introducing briquetting machines and improved charcoal kilns to make cleaner energy affordable. And KETRACO will be building the Kitui water power line to strengthen energy distribution. Kitui is served from Mwingi, and if the Mwingi line goes down, Kitui becomes dark. So through the leadership again of the Ministry of Energy, there's a new line from water to Kitui that REREC will be, KETRACO will be putting in, and that will ensure if the Mwingi line goes down, we get power from water, and Kitui will always remain energized. So far, over 2.2 billion has been invested in connecting 16,473 households in Kitui, and a lot of our public primary schools and public facilities are now connected to electricity, helping increase learning and helping learners in our primary and secondary schools. So to all our young people here, and I see many of them, energy is not just power, it is opportunity. Use it to start new ideas and small businesses, learn about renewable energy technologies, innovate and build the Kenya for tomorrow. Let's make Kitui a hub of innovation, entrepreneurship, and clean energy leadership. Once again, welcome to Kitui County, a land of heroes, bright minds, and endless potential. Together, let's build a cleaner, smarter, and more empowered future. Asanteni sana, thank you so much for coming. And now I'd like to take this opportunity to invite my brother and my friend, the PS of Energy, who, if you don't know, is also the chairman of all the PSs in Kenya, PS Alex Wachira. Karibu sana, PS Energy.
Thank you, my brother, PS Joseph Mweke. Jonathan Mweke, sorry. And for those who do not know, is that Mweke is at home. And that is why he spoke before me, so that he can be able to welcome me home. Though I welcomed myself yesterday with Dennis Itumbi, we were here earlier. But that does not mean that you shall not host us in the evening for some modokoi and some nice chicken. So this is just to serve you as a warning. Whatever you do with that information, it is up to you. My colleague PS, Dennis Tumbi, DG, our CEOs present, directors, dignitaries, na wananchi wote kwa jumla. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. God is good. And all the time. Kama hunioni kwa mkono, hebu nipungie heo. Kama hunioni nipungie. You know, Dennis, I realize that a good number of people are ready to be dull. And so therefore, I have to do the traditional, when we are in church, we hear preachers tell us, turn to your neighbor and give them a high five. So now, literally, turn to your neighbor and give them a high five. Turn to the other neighbor and tell him, PS Alex has said hi. And pale nyuma, turn to your neighbor and say, it is the Energy Week. And let us be energized. Let us be energized, because for us, as the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, ours is to keep the country energized. And that is why you can see there are powering opportunities and fueling dreams. First of all, allow me to give a round of applause and appreciation to our organizing teams, both from the State Department of Energy and Petroleum. Let us give them a round of applause. Because we have seen a lot of dedication to the team that did this work. And you can see even right behind me, you can see, I don't know whether Dennis, you can tell what this is. This is an illustration of a transmission line. And you can see now it is transmitting power from point A to point Z. Then you can see that you have an illustration of a pump that you see in the pump station. So basically to ensure that we power the nation. But before I make a few remarks, Dennis, you'll be reviewing the contract of, where is Chipukizi? Chipukizi ameenda wapi? Let him come. But as you have correctly said, in the principle, I want to appreciate the kind of work and hospitality that you have been able to give us. You know very well, Waswahili wanasema mgeni njoo na mwenyeji afanye nini? Apone. So through you hosting us, you have been able to get a few things from the clean cooking gas that has been given by NOC to the borehole that has been done by Kenya Petroleum Refineries, Kenya Pipeline, sorry, to REREC, what REREC is doing in terms of ensuring that tunafukuza, nimesikia hapa inaitwa bindu, ama inaitwa kibindu, kibindu. Ili tufukuze giza, we are Redek, and congratulations CEO for doing a good job, for ensuring that you are doing the energy center, a lot of demonstration on biogas, and also the Mulikamuizi, which is very good. And before I continue, I noticed that we have our directors from GDC. Let us give them a round of applause. Directors GDC, please stand up. I didn't recognize you. Thank you very much for creating time to be with us here. Thank you very much. Please take your seats. You know, Itumbi, you know, you'll be reviewing his contract, Chipukizi, and there are things that Chipukizi, if you are going to review your contract and renew it, there are things that you must kill. People cannot come here and they dance very well. Then you tell the principal, angalia hawa ndio wanaendanga usiku wa... Then kidogo, the principal has danced very well. Unaite, sijui huyu ndio alikuwa mkora kwa... No, if Dennis Itumbi, if you are reviewing that, then even to yourself, then he says, Dennis Itumbi, you should not be dancing before people. Imagine. And this is your boss. So Chipukizi, we are going to review your contract, lakini hapo kuna maneno tutaangalia that might contribute to any jokes. Au haukuwa serious? Mimi ndio sijajua jokes. So ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to join you as we mark the second day of the Mashujaa Day celebration, Mashujaa Day Energy Week, under the theme of promotion of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in the energy sector, commonly known as STEM. This day reminds us that innovation, technology, and technical skills are vital to the energy sector, and I want to congratulate Karima girls. They did a very good job here. Let us give them a round of applause. And to hear that they are Form 4s and Form 3s, then you can tell the immense potential that Kenya does have. Again, St. Patrick's, you can see. That tells you that the Kenya, the future is bright. And is very bright. That is why, you know, when I sit in front of students and I tell them that hold in there, the future is indeed bright. And when we see His Excellency the President employ 76,000 teachers, we tell him, thank you very much, because here today we are in a TTC. And so therefore we know that when he's creating that kind of employment, even in affordable housing, you know, I don't know whether you people know that in affordable housing, and let me demonstrate. The primary school I went in my village is the same primary school my father went. And public primary schools have not been increased. But under the affordable housing projects, I don't know whether you people are aware, if you go to Mukuru today, other than the affordable housing project, there is a school that is being built to ensure that the population, because 20 years ago, the population of Kenya was barely 38 million. Today, we are at 56. When I was doing, because I have been following the numbers of Kenya, when I was doing my KCSE, we were barely 36 million. In 1988, the country was 25 million people. But the same number of primary schools that existed then are still the same ones that are existing now. Despite the fact that the population has doubled. But now what you are seeing the president do under affordable housing, it is meant to create two main things. One, job opportunities. That is why you hear the president talk that now we have about 300,000 Kenyans who are employed directly in those affordable housing projects. And most important, it will also help us create more land for agriculture, because we are a food insufficient country. So when I sit here and I see the kind of innovation that we are seeing here, and I'm speaking in a TTC, then I know even in affordable housing project, because we are creating schools in there, we are creating job opportunities for these students who are learning here. Because in the next 2 years, they shall be out of these schools. When they are out of these schools, they need to be employed. Where shall they be employed? In those areas we are calling the affordable housing. So if there are things that we need to embrace as Kenyan people, are those things, because the affordable housing project is a game changer. You may not realize it now. And I usually tell people, Dennis Itumbi, when I met some Kenyans in Dubai, then I found they were having a discussion. And they told me, I listened in, then I interjected. Then I asked them, in your opinion, who is the best Kenyan president? Even if I ask you here, who is the best Kenyan president that Kenya ever had? Most Kenyans will tell you, President Kibaki. Then I asked them, if President Kibaki was the best president that Kenya ever had. How come his re-election in 2007 was through a narrow margin? It's because now you are looking back and appreciating the kind of work that he did. And I want to tell Kenyans, I can look at you in the eyes and tell you, when President Ruto will be done in 2032, by 2034, 35, 36, you'll be realizing that this is the best president that Kenya ever had because of the kind of transformation that he's doing. The engineers, scientists, data analysts, innovators, technologists, and technicians, among other professionals, play a key role in designing, building, and maintaining the systems that power our homes, industries, and social amenities. The ministry attaches a significance in promotion of STEM. I did illustrate what STEM is, and has built strategic partnerships and collaborations with development partners and institutions of higher learning to promote capacity building, upscaling of its officers. The energy sector, in its effort to promote STEM, has the Geothermal Training Center in Olkaria, and I want to ask you, and even Mwalim, Principal, when you have an opportunity, in case you need to see what we do in Olkaria and Geothermal, let us know. We shall create that opportunity for your students. And we shall ask Kengen and GDC, in case you are short of transport, they can come in and help your students so that they go and appreciate what STEM is all about. And because you are just close here to the hydros, hapa hata mnaweza tembea ukianza hapa safari, utakuwa Kamburu within another 3-4 hours, lakini jua itakusumbua. So even the hydros that are close here, we open the doors so that your students can be able to appreciate. The Geothermal Training Center in Olkaria, which is recognized across Africa for world-class training in geothermal and renewable energy. It also has the Institute of Energy Studies and Research at Kenya Power, and I can see Director Kiplagat here. I think I saw you somewhere. He's the one who is helping us with the Institute of Energy Studies. Let us give him a round of applause. Kenya Power that continues to produce highly skilled professionals for the electricity sector. Through the Nuclear Power Energy Agency, Kenya is training specialists in nuclear science and engineering, both locally and abroad, through sponsorship, partnership, and collaborations. You know, Dennis, you mentioned something about nuclear. We are talking of safe use of nuclear. And even today, even in our hospitals, what you see as radiology is nuclear. You use nuclear in hospitals, you use nuclear in water by identifying water sources, the isotopes, you use in agriculture, and then now, of course, you use in energy. And for Kenya to industrialize, ladies and gentlemen, we all talk about the cost of power. One of the things that will give Kenya a serious baseload is nuclear power. Because one nuclear fuel is able to burn continuously for 2 years. And even alone that, it has an availability rate of 99.99%. 99.99% availability rate. There is no other power that can give you that kind of availability. And that is why we are saying in our sector, because we do have geothermal that is currently running as a base load. The advantage of geothermal is that it is not subject to weather changes. Then we do have the hydro, and you know very well in the Horn of Africa, when we are subject to weather changes. Before 2022, we had a prolonged drought. Even now, the weather forecast is telling us that the rains may not be that good, but we have enough water now in Masinga Dam. And that is why you have heard His Excellency, the President, talk about us building the High Grand Force Dam, because we must store the water. But even with that, hydro is still subject to weather changes. But nuclear power, once you ignite, that is it, 2 years, and that power plant is able to run between 60 and 80 years. 60 and 80 years. By most of us, in 80 years, if we build a nuclear power plant, and we are saying that we shall decommission it in 80 years, and we want it to be built in 2034. 80 years from 2034, we are talking of 2114. None of us in this room will be in this world. When now that generation will be decommissioning. That is why we are talking of nuclear power. And secondly, most important, is the cost. Because with the nuclear power, if you do your numbers well, you can be able to generate anything between 2.5 US cents to around 4.55 US cents. That now lowers the cost of power and helps us industrialize. Once we industrialize, then we create job opportunities for our young people. So that is why we are asking Kenyans to support as we talk about nuclear power and we embrace nuclear power. These institutions demonstrate that Kenya produces energy and also produces human capital that will secure our future. They represent a national ecosystem of learning, research, and innovation that is already serving not just Kenya, but the wider Africa region. We are also deliberately integrating digital and data skills into our energy training. The future of energy is software-driven, from automation and predictive maintenance to smart grids and e-mobility. Our curricula and training must evolve to prepare young Kenyans to thrive in this new digital energy economy. Importantly, STEM must be inclusive. Initiatives that mentor and empower women and youth are opening doors for Kenyans to contribute to science, technology, and innovation. Inclusivity is not an option. It is the engine that will unlock the full potential of our population. Indeed, as we look into the future, we must ensure that women and youth are at the center of this socio-economic transformation. For too long, careers in STEM have been seen as out of reach for many girls and young people in rural areas. And today, that narrative must change, because what a man can do, a girl can do better. That is what we usually say. I want to reserve about the better, but we know that the girl can do. And our CEO here for REREC has been able to demonstrate that a girl child can do. She's ensuring that she lights up and connects as many Kenyans as possible. So congratulations. I'm not saying that because I am in your hometown, but you're doing a good job. Congratulations. Let us give a round of applause to our CEO. There is another lady there I want to recognize. She's called Winnie Dubai. If you want to know, Winnie, stand up. If you want to know anything about nuclear power, that is the lady you need to see. She will give you all the information about nuclear power. There is another lady still I saw here who is very good in geothermal. Where is Mother from GDC? Oh, yes. Mother, let us give her a round of applause. This is random. It was not planned. I did not say that the boy child should not appear. It is just that I read that statement, and I want to encourage the girls who are here that you have seen for yourself. We have a CEO. I've demonstrated to you that one of our GMs who is in charge of nuclear power, and one of our engineers who is in charge of geothermal. And what am I telling you? I'm showing you by example that what a man can do, girls are doing it. Girls are, and they are leading from the front. So therefore, the ladies and gentlemen who are out there, the students who are out there, just know, don't be fearful of picking the STEM and saying that the STEM is for boys. No, that is not for boys. Even girl child can do it. So mine is just emphasize that point. The future of Kenya's energy sector depends on their participation. That is the girl child, creativity, and leadership. Let me emphasize that STEM is not just about classrooms. It is about innovation, research, and problem solving that address Kenya's real challenges, whether in clean cooking, safe fuel use, or energy efficiency. By scaling these innovations, we turn our young people into job creators, global leaders in energy solutions. The ministry and its agencies, as part of our contribution to the sustainable future, we continue providing internships, mentorships, and training opportunities for our youth. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, let us remember, energy projects will come and go, but the people we train today will shape Kenya's destiny for decades. I repeat, that let us remember, energy projects will come and go, but the people we train today will shape Kenya's destiny for decades. STEM is a national strategy, the pathway to secure, sustainable, and prosperous energy for our country and our continent. Let us therefore embrace STEM for all the strata of the society for a better and energized world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and now I want to declare the Energy Week officially open. Asanteni sana na Mungu wabariki, and enjoy. All the best. Asante.
Asante sana. We can do better than that. Tumuongeze PS makofi. PS asante sana. Karibu Kitui na clearly ujui jokes. PS jua jokes tafadhali. Dennis Tumbi tafadhali. Ninaomba kazi zangu tafadhali ni maintain tafadhali. Wapi makofi our PSS tafadhali. Bwana Dennis Tumbi, Deputy Governor, all our leaders, thank you so much for this amazing time. We appreciate Bwana PS for this conversation. We appreciate for Energy Week. Na pia tunashukuru for mashujaa kuja huku Kitui. Kanamba itu tuyono tanu maendeleo kuletwa mosi. Si tuko na uraha maendeleo kuletwa nyumbani jamani. So PS, with your permission, I'd like we take a picture with the students who are here. We allow the students to take a picture with all the PSs and our CEOs. Kisha walimu wao wameomba pia wapige picha. So if the students are ready, kindly njooni tupige picha na wadosi wetu. Kisha tukimaliza hapo, hii session itakuwa imefungwa. Tuonane siku ya kesho jamani. Just come on stage. Bwana PSS, kindly. Naomba tupige picha. Kisha Bwana Dennis Tumbi amesema wale hawaku present wakitoka tuwapatie 1,000 each. Mwalimu nimekupatia 12,000. Upatie hao wengine wenye wamebaki. Wapi makofi tafadhali? They did well. Thank you so much, Dennis. Tusongee hapa karibu wanafunzi. We can flag our bosses. Karibia, there you go. To mix. Wale warefu wakae mwisho ndio ikuwe balanced. Wale warefu. Warembo pia wakae katikati. There you go. Thanks. Thanks, Mundia. As they are doing the photos, tuko na shule mingi hapa. Shule gani iko hapa mdosi? Nipei mic. Asante.
Here we have Roleto Rimulu. They were doing mushroom waste biogas from Kiambu. Then we have Karura Adventist from Nairobi, waste oil stove. We also have Maturu Secondary School from Western.
Asante.
Development of green energy systems.
Asante. Asante, bro.
Then we also have, okay.
Thank you. Guys, you ready? Mko sawa? Shukran. Asante. Naomba tuondoke. Kindly PSS before you go. We take one with the teachers kindly. Samahani. Walimu, karibu. Walimu, kindly. First a little bit. Asanteni sana students. Mwalimu atawapanga. Songa mbele kidogo mwalimu kindly. Thank you. Photographers ready when you are. Ready when you are. Asante. Thank you so much PSS. Tunashukuru sana bosses. Tuwapigeni makofi tafadhali tunapomalizia. Thank you so much everybody. I think we are done for today. We can go utilize our booths. Tunaweza enda utembee uone zile mambo ambazo zimewekelewa kwenye hizo booths ambazo ziko hapa kwa hii hema. In the afternoon tutakuwa open. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for today. Mr. DJ, unaweza ukatupatia muziki tukifunga siku ya leo. Asante.
Welcome to the music section.
Siwezi pigana na we, nanyosha mikono juu, basi pigana na Mungu.